Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were definitely uninvited from the Met Gala.
It's got nothing to do with their legal war against Justin Baldoni.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have officially hit rock bottom in the eyes of Met Gala royalty. Yep, I'm talking about Anna Wintour, the woman who practically rules the entire fashion universe. Word on the street is she pulled the ultimate power move and banned them from this year's event. It's not something a Hollywood power couple can easily shrug off, especially after Blake supposedly dared to challenge Anna's authority.
Their reputations are ruined.
Now, if there's one thing we all know, it's that you don't poke the fashion bear. Insiders say Blake was feeling herself a little too much, assuming her VIP status could protect her. Clearly, that was a big miscalculation.
Who is going to want to work with them, especially as more and more comes out, especially as discovery comes out and depositions? To me, their careers are over.
And it's not just about the Met Gala humiliation. Studios and brands that once lined up with open checkbooks are slamming their doors shut. Gigs are disappearing like nobody's business. Major players who used to rave about Blake and Ryan, they've gone silent. Zero endorsements, slowed film offers, partnerships evaporating. It's a total freeze-out. Hollywood hates negative drama, and that's exactly what's trailing behind this couple right now. A giant cloud of really bad press.
We're very used to seeing like a Blake, right? She's very unkind to reporters, and genuinely I think that there's just a lack of a better word there. She seems to hate the press junkets over the years. She barely seems to enjoy her fans. She kind of thinks that she's above her fans, thinks she's above the press, and is just always rude.
Even their A-list buddies, the ones you'd see at every event or party, are now MIA. Taylor Swift, Gigi Hadid, crickets. It's not a small thing in an industry that thrives on who you're seen with. When the big names distance themselves, that's how you know it's serious.
But please do not come. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ms. Wintour, I would ask that you not extend the invitation, but I think you probably know better.
But let's be real. This mess is way bigger than a single lawsuit or even the Met Gala fiasco. It's a cluster of issues that have built up over time. One big factor fueling the backlash is their infamous plantation wedding. Yeah, the wedding location that's now widely seen as tasteless, if not outright offensive, given its history. Fans who used to swoon over their story are saying, hold up, this is not okay. And because neither Blake nor Ryan has addressed it with a real apology or any genuine acknowledgement, it's just festering.
We left because the vibes were not vibing. Like wasted hair, makeup, outfit to go to the city, drink a margarita in a mason jar, take a bucket of popcorn, take 2 bites, see Anna Wintour, see Justin Baldoni, and left to go back to Connecticut. Like talk about blue balls.
Adding fuel to the fire are all these first-hand accounts from folks who worked with Blake, painting a picture that's the polar opposite of her sweet public persona. Reports of her being dismissive or rude, especially toward interns, are popping up everywhere. Alone, any one story might be shrugged off. But there are enough accounts now that people are connecting the dots. The America's Sweetheart facade? Let's just say it's got some serious cracks.
Even her best friends have not come to her defense. No one in Hollywood, all the people all the people that they've been around, no one has come to their defense.
And that brings us back to this year's Met Gala. Word is that Blake and Ryan are officially not welcome in 2025. The spin doctors keep saying, oh, they're skipping voluntarily. But trust me, behind the scenes it's a full-blown ban, courtesy of Anna Wintour herself. The reason? Sourced, baby. We've got leaked emails and insider confirmations pointing straight to a meltdown behind the curtain.
Especially Gigi Hadid and Taylor Swift. We know Taylor Swift wants nothing to do with her anymore.
The smoking gun? A leaked message from Blake claiming Anna plays favorites with Justin Baldoni. In the high-stakes fashion world, that's basically like setting off fireworks in a library, loud, messy, and totally uncalled for. Anna took it as the ultimate betrayal, and she's not the type to shrug that off. Once you cross that line, your days at the Met Gala red carpet are done.
Too long to stand there in stilettos, and so I see one of Blake's team members, and they're a little distant and a little like icy to me. Just there's something then I'm like, oh, wow, okay.
For context, Blake used to be Anna's go-to girl. Multiple Vogue covers, special seats at every big runway show, a string of jaw-dropping Met Gala ensembles year after year. So the fall from grace is huge. Anna basically sees Blake's outburst as an open act of disrespect. And in that sphere, there's no bigger sin than disrespecting Anna Wintour.
And in other circumstances, this person is not this way, and it was slightly off-putting to Danielle and I. We both noted it. And then it was one of these theaters that has all these escalators in it. Okay, so we're like, what do we do? So we go to get margaritas, and that night I had a malfunction, my strap came off, and we went to drink margaritas. I think it was raining, and we were walking outside in the rain, and it was just a mess.
The ban isn't just some lukewarm, maybe next year. From what insiders say, it's a hard no. And that's why you're suddenly seeing TMZ, US Weekly, and others spinning the same, "Oh, they chose not to attend" storyline. They're trying to do damage control. But let's not forget last year, 2024, when they were mysteriously absent, too. The PR spin? Blake's just focusing on family. But guess what? Legal documents prove she was at Sony Studios during the entire Met Gala week, editing her personal cut of It Ends With Us, and refusing to hand it over until days after the event. So, yeah, family time was code for power struggle in the editing room.
And we come back to see the movie. I'm excited to see the movie. And because I love Blake Lively, I'm so excited. So we walk upstairs and we see Anna Wintour. She passes us and I'm like, oh my God, wow, we'll do that another time, but let's park that.
And that's not the only time they've sugar-coated or flat-out rebranded their absences. 2012, 2015, 2019, 2020. Each time, some vague excuse about personal matters or scheduling conflicts popped up. But with the new revelations, it's clear these reasons might have been smoke and mirrors. It's that pattern of narrative control that's really got people raising eyebrows. In an age where fans can fact-check at the swipe of a thumb, the old PR tactics aren't working. Deep-diving journalists and online accounts like Grok AI are picking up the receipts, studio records, date stamps, legal docs. You can't bury that stuff in 2025. Once you're caught in a lie, it's game over for your public credibility. Anna Wintour, typically known for her quiet but iron grip on the fashion world, didn't have to say a word. The ban itself speaks volumes. It's her way of signaling, you messed with the wrong person, and now you're cut off. Because in that circuit, you just don't cross the queen. And let's not forget the lawsuit swirling around Blake and Ryan's biggest project, It Ends With Us. Those legal papers are scorching. They paint a picture of Blake bulldozing the production, ignoring the director's vision, turning the wardrobe budget into her personal runway spree, and basically hijacking the creative process. Over $600,000 blown on costumes alone, far beyond the original plan. Studios hate that kind of chaos. The allegations get even uglier with claims Blake supposedly threatened Sony execs with harassment accusations if she didn't get final control over the movie's cut. Sony says no formal complaint was ever filed, so the rumor is that it was an intimidation tactic. And apparently, it worked because she got free reign in the editing bay for weeks on end. Money drained, timelines got messed up, it was a fiasco. And Anna Wintour? She took notes. The meltdown rolled right into their big SNL 50 appearance in February 2025. Instead of addressing the swirling drama head-on, or even acknowledging the talk, they acted like everything was just peachy. The audience reaction? Awkward. People online dragged them for being tone-deaf and straight-up arrogant. Ryan's usual charm fell flat, and Blake's presence was a blatant reminder of all the negativity swirling around them. It was like they hoped a few jokes would bury everything, but it only made the spotlight on their problems even brighter. Normally, in a situation this dire, you'd see a big apology tour. You know, the talk show stops, the heartfelt statement about learning from mistakes, maybe even some carefully orchestrated philanthropic gesture. But they've done none of that. Not a single attempt to say sorry or make amends. Radio silence. And that silence is making everyone think they're either in denial or they just don't realize how deep this cut is. Another possible route would be to disappear for a while, take a long break, rebrand, come back when the heat dies down. But with this level of drama, there's no guarantee Hollywood will ever forget. Once you're labeled as toxic or too high risk, the entire industry might shut you out. Projects start mysteriously falling through, friends fade away, brand deals go cold. It's a slippery slope, and they're sliding down fast. Blake and Ryan built their empire on the image of the fun, relatable, perfect couple. But that PR bubble has burst. People aren't buying the fairy tale anymore. From the plantation wedding backlash to the alleged strong-arm tactics on film sets, to being called out as downright rude to colleagues, it's too much. The illusions of couple goals are unraveling, and fans are noticing every tear in the fabric. So, here's the million-dollar question. Where do they go from here? Do they try to fix it, maybe toss out a last-minute apology and hope the world forgives? Or do they keep pretending everything's cool until the situation is beyond repair? Because once Hollywood's major players and the fans turn their backs, it's nearly impossible to get that golden status back. Some folks think they might just let it burn. Others think Blake, being the strategizer she is, might try to shape a comeback narrative. But time's ticking. And with the receipts from the Met Gala ban, the lawsuit details, the never-ending swirl of negative rumors, the next move could make or break them. In an industry run by image, you can't hide behind old press releases forever. The question is, will Blake swallow her pride and give a real apology, or is she ready to watch everything they built go up in flames? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. The saga's just getting started.